Hey friends, today we're going to be reviewing a fragrance that's hard to find from the house of Caron. It is Nuit Fraiche. Let's talk about it. Hey Frag fam, John here from Proverbs 27:9 Fragrances. And today we're going to be looking at Nuit Fraiche from the house of Caron. If you would go ahead and like the video, make sure you're subscribed to the channel and that you got the notifications turned on. That way you're notified every time we upload this sweet smelling fragrance related content. All right, so the House of Caron is one of my favorite houses to collect just because they are pioneers of the fougere fragrance genre alongside Houbigant. They put out one of the first, fougere fragrances, lavender bombs with Caron Pour un Homme de Caron, which is basically just lavender, vanilla, and tonka bean. It's there's no hard edges to it. Honestly, I would like it to be a little bit more masculine up. If I would like for them to put out a version of that same fragrance that has maybe a little spice added to it, maybe a little patchouli or vetiver, something in the base to give it a little more heft. But it's a great fragrance and it's stood the test of time. I really like their new things that they've come out with, like the Iris fragrance and their the Iris fragrance. What is it called? I'll pop it up here. And then I remember Le Matin was the kind of lemonade-esque fragrance, kind of like Dior Homme Cologne, Guerlain, L'Homme Ideal Cologne, things of that nature. Really good, two really good releases. And Caron had not put out anything in a long time. In fact, this was one of their newer releases. This is come out in 2019. It was a limited release, so this is not something that's in production anymore. So it's a little hard to find. But I've wanted it because it's been described as Bleu de Caron. It was kind of their blue fragrance, their Bleu de Chanel answer, all of that. And I thought, if somebody's going to put out a good high quality blue fragrance, I could see Caron doing that. And so, but I didn't want to overpay. I wound up finding a bid on eBay and I got it for 35 bucks. Can't beat that. This is the 2.5 fluid ounce, so 75 ml bottle. You see it's in the classic Pour un Homme bottle, but you've got dark blue gradient down to clear, blue stripe in the middle. You see that classic shape of their bottle there that's on most of the Caron bottles. Lid, the same thing. It's kind of a thin plastic filled lid. Their atomizer, it does click into place. Atomizers on these are good, not great. But this is an absolute pleasure of a scent. Opens up with lots of nice bright citruses, bergamot for sure, maybe a little bit of grapefruit. There is like an ambroxan feel to it. It's lists ozonic notes, and I don't know if that's kind of the way aldehydes used to be used, the way ambroxan is used. Ozonic notes are used to give us a fragrance, kind of some lift and some sparkle. Gaiac wood and sandalwood are the only other notes mentioned. Definitely very musky. There's a nice kind of clean white muskiness to it. There's a little bit of a white floral mid there. I don't know if it's maybe something sort of like kind of a watery floral, kind of like maybe lotus or something like that. Again, those are not listed. There's definitely a little bit of either violet or iris that gives it this kind of dusty, powdery feel. And so it kind of opens up like a mixture between Bleu de Chanel and I'd say Dior Homme cologne. It's got a little bit of that lemonade-y kind of backbone to it with this kind of bluish, shower gelish, but very nice blue opening, and then just a real creamy, soft, woody base. Smells great. Okay. Problem with this fragrance, and the reason why it didn't blow up like a lot of the blue fragrances did, is that it is so weak. Performance on it, the projection, longevity, all of that is weak. When you spray this on, you're going to project arm's reach for maybe 20-30 minutes, and then it starts just sitting real close to the skin. Even if spraying it on clothes, it doesn't reach out and project very well. Longevity, again, it's weak. I mean, this is like on skin, this is like a 2-hour fragrance, and then I can't detect it anymore. One of the weakest fragrances, especially in this as far as quality, packaging and the fragrance house and everything, it's so disappointing, from that standpoint. So, and here's the problem. It's like, well, because it smells fantastic. It smells great. And if you're a Caron fan like I am, you want to have it in your collection. But with a weak fragrance, it's okay to have a weak fragrance. You just reapply it. But when you can't get loads of it, you really can't do that. So this would be the type of fragrance that I would wear. Like if I was fixing to do something, I would keep it. I would not put it on until I'm fixing to walk in, So I'm not going to keep it in my car, but I'm going to take it with me. It's going to be in my auto. I'm going to spray it, and then I'm going to walk into my meeting or walk into the wedding or walk into wherever I'm going that I want people to smell this. Because if you spray it on at home and then drive and whatever, it may be gone. Now, this is one you can wear in the heat, and I suspect that in the heat it's going to perform much better. You get your blood pumping, you get a little sweat going. It's probably going to hang around and last a little bit longer. But smells great, performs poorly. That's kind of my take on this one. Let me know what you think about this fragrance or any others from the House of Caron. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Till we see you down the road, I say God bless. Frag on, Frag fam.